the river. We are one of the few capitals in the country, capital cities, which have a river. And it is a very unusual thing, and this is something that we need to protect. The second thing that is more important today is our public heritage buildings, our lovely old buildings, which you don't find anywhere else in the country. Tourists come from all over the world for our buildings. You see, they come to our houses, they take photos, they take videos, they make reels, and they come to admire these beautiful buildings which are hundreds of years old. You take away the river and you take away the buildings. What is left of Panjim? Panjim becomes like any other city in the country. Is that what we want? We are here today as people for Panjim. We are citizens who are concerned about the state of the city, and especially about the state of these public buildings. As you can see, today we are at the Adil Shah Palace, the old Secretariat. It's a 500-year-old building. And see the condition of it today. So as citizens, we are very concerned about how our heritage, about the architecture of the city is being allowed to fall down and is not being maintained, it's being completely neglected. For private citizens, we also live in old houses. But we spend our money, we have far less money than the government. We don't have as much money as the government does. But we look after our houses. We maintain them, we plaster them, we change our tiles. We don't allow it to collapse the way this one does. Now 10 years ago, this building, the government has spent 13 crores in repairing this building. After 2016, there has been no public event in this building. They've had some classes and the State Museum is functioning from here. So where has that money gone? 13 crores. You give a private citizen 13 crores, what about? I can repair my house so beautifully with that money. And the government cannot maintain even a veranda like this. Now today we have metal scaffolding holding the wood up. So this is a shameful thing for the government, and it is a matter of great urgency. Do you know there are over 20 buildings in the city that are either closed, they are vacant, or they have been asked to move out. So this is the capital city. आणि आमच्या कॅपिटलान सगळे बिल्डिंग government office बाहेर गेला. There Fazenda is vacant, the excise department has moved out, the courts have gone out, all the schools have gone out. The city is empty. But what is coming in? We have hotels and casinos that are coming in instead. So we request the government, we have gone yesterday to meet Mr. Digambar Kamat, who is the Minister for PWD, and we have given him a representation from our group, asking him to please look into this matter of all the old buildings that have been left without repairs. And to please do something about it before they start collapsing, and then the government will say, now it's too late and now we will have to build a 10-floor building instead. But this is unacceptable to us. We have to fight to protect our architectural heritage, and these buildings belong to us, to the people of Panjim, and we will not allow them to fall like this.
What Digambar Kamat said?
We were not able to meet him. He had some cabinet meetings, so we have just given him the letter, but we will be following up with him.
You know, one thing we found very interesting yesterday and a few days back when we went to the Secretariat. This building, the first government was here in the year 2000 and it was 1964, I think. 63 was the first election. 1964, the first government was here. They were here for 36 years or so. Okay, then they shifted to Polvari. So they are there for 26 years. It is a shame that every year, now on 15th August, the government will come and hoist this flag exactly opposite the Secretariat. Don't they feel ashamed to see that this whole veranda is propped up like this? I mean, that sense of shame has gone. And I think it has gone because when I look at the government, they are looking after themselves. And I realized it yesterday. When we went to the Secretariat, we found that the offices of the ministers had shifted from where they were to a new place. The old place, the same floor, but the old place was fine. There was a big cabin, there was a black colored sofa, people could sit and the staff were there. Now when we went to these new offices, all the ministers, most of them have shifted there, You won't believe it. Cladding of the walls, wooden cladding, uplighting in the shelves, big windows to watch the scenery. Sofa colors have changed, cushions to match the sofas. Everything for our elected representatives or ministers. And people be damned. This building can go down for least for what is happening to our people. And this is a shame. Can you imagine our old buildings going down like this? Don't they have a conscience to repair something? Spending 13 crores and having a building like this, 2016 is not far off. Far away, it's just about 10 years. And for it to get to this condition, go inside and see. I would request you to take a picture of the walls of this museum. We talk about Goa being a tourist place. We want tourists to come here. We want to, that is why Panjim, we wanted to be more life in the city for tourists, for all that. Not for the people of Panjim. People of Panjim just sit in the corner. This is for tourists. But for tourists, what are you all doing? They have to pass through these props. What if this whole thing falls on them? You go inside, the walls, plaster. It's supposed to be a museum. You can't even maintain the museum. You may be shifting after 2 years, 3 years, it doesn't matter. If you can repair ministers' offices or do up ministers' offices when they have a good office and spend lakhs of rupees, maybe crores, I don't know, doing up that office, can't you spend a little money on this? But it doesn't matter. It is a government for them. It's for their welfare. They're least bothered about you and me. We can be, we can just go to hell. It doesn't matter to them. Yet we are the ones who elect the same people who are doing this to us. I hope people open their eyes and see this. That people who have come to power are looking after themselves and not looking after the city and the people. So we are going to follow this up. It's not only this. Have a look at, these are heritage buildings which are all in shambles. You go from one to the other and you feel very sad to see this is happening. Take the convention center, the new mini convention center that the tourism is putting up along the Rua Dorekri. They started putting it up. Suddenly they realized they have no money to complete it. They have money to put sofas and wall paneling and all that thing for the ministers who are sitting there. But there's no money to complete this building. And what have they done? I believe they're giving it to some golden piece, because whatever piece that is, they're giving it to them to complete. No money, but money to use for themselves. And this is a very sad thing that is happening to Goa. And I think we all have to open our eyes. And now that also elections are coming close, please open your eyes, people. This government is not working for you. I'm sorry I have to say it at this press conference, but this government thinks of themselves. And we'll have to fend for ourselves. But we're not going to give up. We're going to check all our buildings and we want to see it's done. We went to meet the executive engineer the other day, who said that yes, we are going to do something, we are putting up estimates or put up estimates. But we told him that when the works are going on, we the people are going to come and check it. We don't trust you anymore. 13 crores for this. 13 crores is not little money. And I don't know what the new estimates are. So we said we are going to check. Please keep the doors open for the people of Panjim, because all this belongs to the people of Panjim and the people of Goa. So my request also to the people of Panjim, please wake up. Come and have a look at what is happening. Don't just believe what you'll read on social media and those reels and all that thing to show that people are against, our politicians are working. I'm sorry. This is the state of affairs in Panjim today.
What we see is a trend of allowing government buildings to reach this state of deterioration, so that those buildings, those offices can be redeveloped. So what we see that more and more push is for redevelopment, and that redevelopment goes to private parties, because now the government is not building itself because it says it has no money. We can see what has happened to the convention center, and so here they give it to Junta House, they have given it to NBCC. Similarly, other buildings are going to NBCC. Such a nice building that was there behind, where all the account section was there. Now, what we hear is they are planning to give it out to casinos. So this is what is our concern. We do not want Panjim to become a casino city, and we want the casinos moved out from the river, and Panjim city should be maintained as a heritage city.
People for Panjim have called this meeting, and we have basically come in support of people from Panjim. So the issue concerns all the buildings which are heritage buildings and other public buildings for which we have no idea what is happening with them. And I think the government should come out with a transparent statement on what is planned for these buildings, and the heritage character of Panjim should be maintained.
We have crowdsourced a list of about 21 buildings that are either they are vacant, like the Fazenda and the old Excise, or they have been asked to vacate. Like the Misallocation school has been asked to vacate, and some other buildings also. So about 21 buildings, old buildings, including Junta House, have been asked, are either empty or in danger of being redeveloped. So we don't know whether the difference between renovation and redevelopment. So depending on the state of the building. If a building is in really bad state, the government will say it is better to redevelop. So what we are saying is, we don't want our beautiful old buildings to reach that stage. When we say, there is no point in repairing. We have to stop it and get it fixed before that stage.
See, the beauty of Panjim is because of the heritage building structure we have. And we are fast losing, Panjim city is fast losing the heritage buildings. We are fast losing our green cover. So if we lose all this, the beauty which attracts the people to Panjim, then Panjim will no longer be the same. I am born here. I am born in Panjim. I started in Masanda Amori. My primary schooling I did in Masanda Amori. Then I did my other secondary schooling in Lyceum. So both Masanda Amori and Lyceum, they are in such a bad state. They are not being maintained. So our history is getting wiped out. It's not just only the heritage, but the entire history of Panjim is being wiped out because of the irresponsibility from the part of the government. Lack of maintenance, lack of serious approach of preserving our heritage. There is no seriousness. The government is not serious. They are more interested in where they can get more kickbacks like festivals. One after another festival they can hold for 10 crores, 15 crores they spend, and they say they don't have money. On one side they waste money. Then you have the F1 races in Mopa. They write off 2 crores electricity bill, but they don't have money for essential protection of our heritage. What a shame on this government. Therefore, we have come here to demand that our heritage, a few buildings, 2 dozen building structures have to be protected. What is the problem? They have no interest. What they are interested? Constantly cutting trees, constantly demolishing buildings and promoting casinos. See this front, our river front, completely blocked by casinos. This doesn't look like Panjim anymore. And very soon we'll have more structures in front of this coast, beautiful coastline. And entire Panjim will be destroyed. I don't think last long, unless the citizens of Panjim and people of Goa get up and stop this nonsense.
Is there any documents of this old building?
Yeah. The Adil Shah Palace is currently being occupied by the museum. Yeah, the director of the museum is in charge.
Documents.
Documents you're saying. Yeah, they will have
Old building, old plan.
What do you mean the old documents?
Old buildings.
Yeah, there are, and we've got photos going back several years. And also if we look at, we have estimates of the work that has happened, 13 crores. We also have breakups of that, where the money is gone, who's the contractor, all that is there.
This building itself was a secretariat till 95 or so, 97. So definitely the documents will be there, plus heritage book, plus Fazenda also was operational till maybe just before COVID. So all these plans are there. They were huge buildings earlier. We moved them for modern space. So alternative use has to be found which is in the public interest.
What we would like to say is that in case the government, sometimes the government doesn't have ideas, maybe they don't have enough people who are thinking out of the box. They're thinking that, we can only do hotels in old buildings. No. As citizens, we can come up with a lot of creative ideas that the government can use which benefits the public. Bringing hotels and casinos does not benefit the people of Panjim. We would like these buildings to be reused in a way that benefits the people of Panjim.
Have you come up with a plan?
No, not yet. But
We have ideas, yeah. So
We have more or less an idea, but we've not come up with a plan. We want to know first of all repair it. We are asking for the first step, repair it. If they just leave it like this, it's going to fall down and our plan and everything will be a waste. So we are going to follow up to see that this is repaired. We can't let it go like this.
You are going to give the number of buildings which are in danger.
Yeah. I've got the list. We should got the list.
Yeah, so I've got a breakup which is submitted in the SMG for different contractors who are doing the work, which I can also share.
What the minister has said.
No, we were not able to meet him. He was not there yesterday. So we have been going to the letter, but we will be following.
Have you ever met him regarding
No, we were not able to meet him.
We had the executive yesterday only.
Thank you.
Coming to your question, suggestion when this was made that this would be a full-fledged museum when it was renovated earlier. So I think if you see anywhere in the world, if you see the old quarters, especially in old cities, all these areas get developed as cultural centers with a museum quarter around, with a public use for them. So I think on those broad lines, government should think of making this central square as a heritage quarter with museums, with spaces for people to move about and see this culture for cultural space. Last time it was properly only for serendipity. It was used way back, I think, first time when it was renovated, and then now it's being used for serendipity. No, that was before that. It was when it was renovated 10, 12 years back. There was a big art exhibition.
Fazenda, for example, the whole year it's empty, but only in December it comes alive for serendipity. So we want to know the building can be used for serendipity. What about the rest of the year? Old buildings have to be maintained, otherwise they will start falling down.
What do you have to say regarding government is restoring the old temples under the heritage register? So why not?
So that's fine. We don't mind restoring, but you must also look at other buildings also. So that is fine. I'm sure they can find. They have the budget. It's not like the government does not have money, but they have to make this a priority. That's what they will.
Actually, there is a dearth of public spaces for public events. School children, they want to have classes, say music, art classes, or even organizations, if you want to have meeting spaces, there is nothing for public. Everything you're talking about hotels, even if there's a convention center, it won't be affordable for ordinary citizens like us. So if you want to debate, deliberate, have discussions, where is the space for public? So it is taxpayers' money. We should have public space. Now we are having press conference. So many people have press conference. Is there a place for a press conference in the city? And we have so many government which are public spaces which are vacant. So they have there is a list of things that are required. Okay, so children, we see they want to practice dances, there are competitions happening, some art competition, they want space to practice. I mean, there is nothing which provides for the needs of the citizen, and they are not even bothered. So therefore, citizens meeting has to be called, and these are the needs of the city, and the government has to fulfill these needs. Not just give the building for redevelopment where they can make money.
There was a press room here.
Yeah, that one.
There was a press
That's the
room here.
press room.
There was a passport office here. Press room was here. So they can restore the press room. Madam, एक photo.
तुम्ही पळयतात गोंयकारपण गोंयकारांचो गोंयकारा खातीर.